Imagine being handed a super W like debating Sneeko on age of consent and then completely fumbling it. And then when you're chatting, new viewers make fun of you for it, you want to pack it in. That's the sorry state of Penguinz0 slash Moist Critical. The dude was so fired up and wanting to nail Sneeko at being a pedo or pedo supporter. He completely butt-fucks himself somehow and comes off as just as retarded as Sneeko. It's rare to get real internet blood sports these days, and yet we were teased with these two equally retarded retards convincing us they were going to spurg it out. But they fucking fooled us. And Sneeko, of all people online, is the easiest to punch up and punch down on at the same time. While being a 12-view video channel, I'm still punching down on Sneeko, and he has more views than I do, so I'm punching up on him at the same time. That is the level he is at in this world. Somehow Moist Critical takes a self-inflicted uppercut. The uppercut to his own self was the fact that he was fine with 12-year-olds fully transitioning. That was the final nail to the middle of the road Jesus' crucifixion. Because he made an oopsie, he got self-conscious and had to cope to his audience afterwards. He spent the cope session harping on the whole Sneeko was fine with 12-year-olds marrying adults, but the chat took issue with Critical being fine with 12-year-olds transitioning. He was harping on that and couldn't understand how people wouldn't just focus only on one thing. Like, he just somehow could not see the issue, or there was an issue, or how people's response could possibly be related to what he said about Sneeko. You know what I mean? He just sat there with his droll-ass voice asking why no one is super angry with Sneeko and is talking about his own stance instead. And this is just pathetic. And I'm harping on this point mostly because he is now known as the dude who commentates on everything going on online. He takes stances and calls people out and even trolls the shit out of people, sometimes very well. And then when he makes an oopsie or gets a little bit of backlash, he can't fucking take it. The trolls, the criticism, the reaction, that just really bothers him. And instead of just blindly agreeing and attacking Sneeko, viewers found an issue in Critical's argument, you know? They found an issue with his argument and pushed back a little bit against him. And he just couldn't handle it. Fucking pathetic. Critical is a person who tries to stay neutral and even pushes back on very commonly accepted things, especially when he's commentating like something that's viral on Twitter. Yet, when people give him a little bit of pushback against his own fucking stance, it's a fucking problem. It's something you see a lot in these Lolcows. It's like a everyone but me type of personality. And this is the guy who people turn to for their own takes, for information on what's going on online, what's good, what's bad, and who's being accused of what. And right in that moment, he's shown to me that, or he revealed himself rather, to be similar to the people he calls out and covers. Moist Critical is a fucking goober on the path of crowning himself the moistest Lolcow in history. If he was at all a person seeking to understand another person's point of view, like he said he wanted to, he would have an open mind about things. As in, he could have heavily still disagreed with Sneeko, but see how he believes it's okay based on whatever he explained to him. What, like, you know what I mean? Like, he couldn't understand Sneeko's point at all. So that's not an open mind. Like, that's not even intelligence. If you can't understand another person's point of view, you're not intelligent. You can still disavow and explain how Sneeko's wrong for saying it's okay for 12-year-olds to marry. So you can tell your audience how it's bad, but still understand why he has that opinion. So it just shows that you didn't want to understand. And instead, you couldn't just understand how permanently changing a child through intercourse or hormone blocker / surgery will damage them permanently, physically and mentally either. But fucking, hey. Goddamn. I don't understand personally. See, I'm pulling to you. I don't understand how you can not see one, but think, see how one's okay, but not the other. It should be okay for either. Like, just thinking one is more okay than the other is just fucking lunacy. And that's what people had issue with. You had no open mind. You just wanted people to agree with you, maintain the status quo, and dunk on Sneeko. You didn't care about anybody else's other opinion, you just wanted to maintain the status quo. And that's the fucking state of commentary. I'm just going to be rambling now. But it's no surprise that other major YouTubers are Lolcows themselves. Just look at their fucking fan bases. But that's all I got to say, though. I'm done talking shit and pointing out what happened. Follow my zitter. Shout out to Noel and the Farms. This was the fucking... Just talking about moist critical melting down.